Hello, I'm Michael Diamond, and you're watching Muscle Central. Okay, we're going to be talking about 2020 Mr. Olympia, which is less than 8 weeks away as of now. Despite all the craziness that has gone on this year, and all the things that got in the way of the competitive season, the 2020 Mr. Olympia is shaping up to be one of the most competitive, if not the most competitive, Mr. Olympias of all time. Uh, you have a whole lot of very, very talented bodybuilders that are going to be in this competition, and the outcome could really fall in a number of different ways. It's a very, very difficult show to handicap. It's very difficult to pick the winner and the placings because of all the variables involved. The only sour note, if any, going into it is that unfortunately Flex Lewis, the 7-time 212 champion, who is stepping into the open division to see what it can do in the open division, had to pull out due to a shoulder injury. It was informed that continuing preparation could lead to permanent damage, and it wasn't worth it. He plans on competing for a number of years more, so the only option was to pull out, fix the problem, and then resume training. Hopefully we'll see him in the 2021 Mr. Olympia. Nonetheless, the lineup, like I said, you have a stacked lineup. First off, we have the former Mr. Olympia, Phil Heath, who lost in 2018, making a return to try to regain the title of Mr. Olympia and win his eighth Sandow, tying Ronnie Coleman and Lee Haney. My personal opinion is he needs to bring the old Phil Heath to win. I don't think he can do it. But if Phil Heath can turn back time and bring in the old Phil Heath, he can very easily regain the title of Mr. Olympia. Like I said, personally, I don't think he can turn back time, but I've been wrong in the past. So Phil Heath is a very intriguing possibility. Like I said, if he turns back time, he could win this. People seem to be dismissing Brandon Curry for the reason that Phil Heath is coming back. Keep in mind, Brandon Curry was originally called the Prodigy before Keon Pearson, and he was always touted as someone with all the tools, just needs to put it together. And as we know, since his foray out to Kuwait, year after year, he's consistently getting bigger and better. Brandon Curry has a lot of gifts in his favor going his way. And Brandon Curry brings in a bigger, harder, better conditioned version of what he did last year. Brandon Curry can very easily make a very tough battle for an in shape Phil Heath, a Phil Heath of old. And it said that's a Brandon Curry is on a mission to shut up the naysayers, people who have, for lack of a better word, somewhat dismissed his win at the 2019 Mr. Olympia. He's coming back to prove to everybody that he deserves that title, and he's not going to be a one-hit wonder. And he has all the tools. A bigger, harder, better conditioned version is very dangerous. He can very easily retain the title of Mr. Olympia. You got people like Big Ramy, who just received a special invite, and Ruli Winkler. I'm putting them both together in the same conversation here because they both bring in the freak factor with their physiques. Either one of them, with the freak factor that they bring, if they nail the conditioning, either one of them can easily walk away with top honors. William Bonac, Hadi Choopan, second place and third place respectively in last year's Mr. Olympia. And you can make an argument for either one of them winning in 2019. They come back a little better, a little harder, and a little better conditioning. Although Hadi Choopan always brings good conditioning, they can very easily either one of them could very easily step in and walk away Mr. Olympia. Let's not forget about Dexter Jackson, the ageless wonder. 50, I think it'd be 51 by the time the Olympia rolls around. He really hasn't lost a beat. And amazingly, his legs, he seems to have brought back his legs a little bit. He's made some improvements on his legs that slipped a little bit, got a little smaller. He's been working now with Brad Rowe, and they're using this, I don't know what the name of it is, creates the electric stimulus, makes the muscles contract harder. Basically, that's what it is. And whatever it is, it seems to be working. You're talking about the most winning bodybuilder of all time, a former Mr. Olympia, somebody who knows how to win. He knows how to display his physique to its best, to his maximum. Now, a rejuvenated Dexter Jackson, you definitely cannot count him out. He can very easily slip in there and leave that night a two-time Mr. Olympia. No matter how you look at it, this is going to be a terrific show. You have a lot of great bodybuilders on that stage this year, despite all the craziness and all the distractions that we had during the year. We're going to have a great lineup with a lot of different possible outcomes. Very tough to pick. I will try to make my prediction over the next few weeks. I'm still waiting to see some progress pics to help me make my assessment. But mark my words, the 2020 Mr. Olympia will go down as one of the most intriguing and one of the most competitive Mr. Olympias ever. That's about it for this video. If you agree or disagree with what I've said, please let me know in the comment section. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share, and by all means subscribe. Do not forget to hit that notification bell. This way, every time I put up a new video, you will be notified. Once again, this is Michael Diamond, and I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.